Now, is Wario and Waluigi, are they brothers?
Actually, I think not. I think Waluigi is just a fan of
Wario?
Wario, if I remember right.
Wait, he's just a fanboy?
I think so. I don't think he's...
And
And then he became canon?
No, like in the sense, in their universe, he's not related to
Oh,
to
so
Wario.
he's just like, he just saw him,
He
was like,
just
I want to be
likes-
like that.
Yeah. he just
What a
likes-
goddamn mess.
Sorry, I'm just like...
Star doesn't like these burgers.
It's just the smell after a while. It's just a little much.
These are
They don't-
bona fide Bob's Burgers here.
I wouldn't eat him if I were
For the
you.
listeners at home, I am dressed up as Bob Belcher from Bob's Burgers. I brought 5 burgers. Now this is how a burger sounds. You know a burger's good when you can slap it real nice.
It's just
That's
what it
the
is.
grossest.
It's the smell of the mustard that makes me.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, you don't like mustard, huh?
I don't like mustard, and I could smell it.
Oh, no.
That's a burger opening up.
That's the worst
That's when you know it's a good.
ever.
Oh, that mustard smell is wafting towards your direction.
Welcome back to We Stayed Late.
Happy Halloween!
I'm Spenser Starke.
I'm Bob Belcher.
I'm Starline Hodge, aka Star Lord.
And I'm a sim. Susu.
The softest snoosh.
Susu. I know. I grew up playing Sims like way too much, like way too often.
This is another fandom that I have to get into.
Sims?
Yeah.
You've never played it.
What's a fandom that you guys are not into, but other people are?
Lord of the Rings.
Oh, see, I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan.
Okay.
It's just too much. It's just like it's too heavy.
I like that you put your headphones over your headphones. Can you just acknowledge that for a second?
I need the visual representation. I was like, what? Let's see. Because otherwise, it doesn't. You need the headphones for this particular.
Yes,
costume.
you
Yeah.
do.
Otherwise,
So I
it's
have to
just-
carry these around because I just went to Gelson's,
Uh-huh.
which is a it's like a supermarket,
Yeah.
and I look like I'm mocking everybody there because they're all wearing aprons.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing this mustache. People are like, "Are you making fun of us?" No, I'm just trying to get the buffet here.
Just want some buffet.
Yeah, and no one in that restaurant like knows Bob's Burgers. Completely wrong demographic.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's like rich old people.
Old people.
Yeah, when I was walking around to go get lunch, I was disappointed by the lack of costumes that people walking around.
Yeah.
There were a few, because there's a couple of cool people who
Right.
know what's up, but otherwise, yeah, just
Yeah,
regu-
but
it's a
this
regular
building,
day.
this building wasn't gonna be the
No.
hub for great costumes. Let's be honest.
It's just a bummer, though, because why not?
There's a costume contest today.
I know.
Should I submit?
You should submit. I'm not gonna win.
I think you're gonna win.
I
big.
won last year.
you get
You
what?
did win last year.
What
If
did
you
you
haven't
get?
seen it, check out Spencer's.
Last year I went full
Oh yeah,
out.
yeah. You went full on
Deadshot.
Deadshot. Yeah.
That was great.
That was crazy. And so this year I was like, I'm out of money. I
No,
spent
no,
all
no.
my money on last year's costume. All my money this year on last year's costume.
Also,
So-
you're going to conventions and
yeah,
making
that's true.
content and
Yep.
making shit.
making
so
things. So I don't have any money to spend on other
yeah,
things.
this is a reused costume.
So,
too.
so
Like,
I literally printed this off the computer at about midnight last night.
that's amazing.
And
because
cut-
you texted me, it was like, I'm not bringing a costume.
Yeah,
And then you surprised me.
and then I surprised you with a little
I was
Sims
like,
hat.
Oh, it's a sim.
Okay, so it was like midnight last night,
it
and I
blends
was like,
perfectly too.
I know it's. If you're not watching this, if you're listening to this,
You're missing out on a
You're
lot of
missing out.
visual
Should
gags.
go on YouTube and subscribe to We Stay.
oh yeah,
Late.
there you go. Boom, transition.
Yeah.
I was up and I was like, we were looking at costumes because we were like, we should just dress up because we're doing a game night tonight.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, I have to have a costume for that at least. And so we're looking at a bunch of different stuff. And I was like, what if I could just make a little Sims thing? I bet they have that. And so I went online and found like the official one.
That's crazy.
And you just print it out on cardstock and then you cut along the edges and you glue everything. And so I was up to like 1 making it. And then I just found a bunch. And then they're like, you have to attach it to a hat and use like springs and stuff. And I was like, no. I don't have that kind of time. So I just went and found some wire, like just some gauge,
I
just
keep
some
wanting
small gauge wire. And
to take your hair and put it over the wire because it's driving me crazy.
let me see if I can do it. Let's do it.
Just because
I can't even, but you can't tell on the screen.
I know it's pretty good.
It's just
It
your
blends in
hair is
pretty
like
well.
flattened, and it's just like flattened hair. Spencer doesn't look right.
I know it doesn't look right. But here's the thing: it's part of my costume because I'm not me. I'm a sim.
Yeah.
So
See, now that looks way better. Now
Is
it
that
looks
better?
like it's like actually blending in.
look at that. Boom,
See?
boom, baby.
That sounds terrific on this audio podcast.
But yeah, so I cut that up and I taped it together and and then took some wire. It's literally just a circle of wire just going up, and then I corkscrewed it and attached it.
It's beautiful.
Nice.
Thanks.
Nice.
Where'd you get your mustache?
I got my mustache at where you recommended me to get it.
Nigel's.
At. Nigel's.
Nice.
One morning.
What was your experience at Nigel's? Because Nigel's is kind of an interesting place.
So I walked in there and I was like, "Oh, I'm in the wrong place," immediately because it was like makeup and all this stuff, and I was like, "Excuse me, I'm looking for mustaches." I'm like, yeah, it's over there in
what
that
a question! You just go around all of Burbank asking for mustaches.
Excuse me, a mustache, please. But it was, I think it was on Friday.
Okay.
So I think they knew that the Halloween crowd was coming in.
Yeah.
And they all
Oh,
looked.
yeah, of
they all
course.
looked like they wanted to die real bad.
Yeah.
Because they knew Halloween was coming.
Die real bad.
And so I got this mustache, and I got some spare
Spirit gum.
Spirit gum just in case this bad boy comes off. But it's doing pretty good so
Yeah,
far.
it's holding on pretty
Yeah.
well.
And what I also went to an actual restaurant store.
What?
And,
They
like,
have restaurant
purchase-
stores?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah,
you
that's where you get all the surplus stuff. from
Yeah,
restaurants.
and it's a great store. Like if you just want to get stuff for your house, I recommend going to a restaurant store because you can get some cool like.
Okay, what's the name of the restaurant store?
I don't
Do
even
you remember?
I just typed
How
it.
did you
I
find
said,
it?
Okay, Google, take me to a restaurant store. There's one restaurant store 2 miles away. Would you like to go?
That's the weirdest.
But
that's
isn't
like,
everything in bulk?
I bought this red thing.
Just one?
One of these, $2.50, and then I got this thing for like $5. This
Wow,
apron.
I thought you stole this.
No, I
Yeah,
actually
sure.
bought this.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I originally
thought
I thought
didn't.
you went
stole
to
it
In-N-Out
too.
and just stole
I
it.
didn't actually intend to buy this. I intended to buy this white apron, and then I said, "Oh, look at this cute little thing."
For listeners at home, it's a tray. It's like a what?
It's straight up just a restaurant tray.
It's just a restaurant tray.
with my burgers on there. And then, but the big victory out of all of this, there's some great victories happening, are these pants that I got.
Oh, your sweatpants. I
I have
actually
not-
noticed you were wearing sweatpants.
I haven't had sweatpants in the longest time.
Yeah.
These things are so comfy. I had no idea what I was missing out on with
That's why Bob wears them every episode.
I understand now.
He's making burgers. He's got to be comfortable.
I mean, I would wear this every day if I could. I understand you.
You probably could. It's not like anyone's gonna stop.
No
you.
one noticed it. I don't
I
think
didn't
they did.
notice you were wearing sweatpants. I was just like, okay, it's gray.
Yeah, that's it. People don't register that I'm wearing. I got some nice shoes. That's
You got nice. Do you have dress shoes on?
it's just my boots.
Oh, just your boots.
Just
Okay,
boots.
I just couldn't tell. Well, that's exciting. And then start. Where's that left over from?
Oh, this was from like maybe 3 years ago.
And your hair is different.
I've worn this wig I think every year.
Star got a haircut.
But different costumes.
Star got a haircut. She cut her
Last-
hair super short.
Last year I used this for my Tracer costume, which was really Whitney's
Oh,
Tracer
yes.
costume.
That's right.
And then I think I went as Potter for like a day somewhere. It was like one of those years where you went to 3 parties. And I
Yeah.
was like, well, I'm gonna go something different every one of them because each one was a different vibe.
Yes.
So I think I did Potter once with it, and then I did Whitney Houston with this wig before, and Car Jumper for the Channel 101 Halloween thing, which was just this wig with sunglasses. Yeah.
That's a pretty diverse wig.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty.
know, it's done lots of
pretty,
stuff.
Pretty versatile.
Lauren.
Hey, Lauren.
Do you have more friends? Friends.
Friends,
Ah!
hello. We have
friends.
a-
They're gonna cross in front of the camera.
This is
really
the first time we have a live audience, guys.
quick.
Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy. Oh, so I want to. So this is a good question for the Halloween day podcast. So what type of loot would you drop when you die? Nick Fireball asks.
What type
if you
of
were to
loot?
die, when people when
when you
enemies
die in
in
video games, you like leave coins sometimes.
Oh,
Like
Or, what kind of-
I
prize.
see.
yeah, like what
Sometimes
kind of
like
loot?
traps or like cool. Probably my computer or my phone. It'd just
Yeah,
be like,
just the things that are with you all the time.
yeah, it would just be like, what's with me all the time? It'd be like my phone, computer, maybe some like paint.
Just buckets of
just,
paint.
just
Yeah.
lots of pens.
Just
Yeah.
lots of pens. It would just be like, what? She's an art supply store. It would just do that.
That's amazing. what
Um,
would you drop?
I don't know. I would definitely drop like just notebooks everywhere.
That makes
Which
sense.
isn't very valuable, so I don't know if that like what would they
I
get
mean,
that would be
combined with you
valu-
and Star, they've got a whole drawing day. They can
have
write
a whole
and they can
art,
draw.
Yeah, they have a whole have a whole day of art. Definitely my phone. And probably like no money, zero
yeah.
money,
Yeah,
No,
there'd be no coins.
because we have no money at all. We spend all of it on our costumes.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
It would be no.
I'm trying to move onto a straight up no wallet situation where.
Oh, are
with-
you?
Yeah, I wish my
I
license.
tried that for a while.
I wish my license was on my phone. because then I could just have just the phone.
You could stick it in the back of your phone.
That's what I have. I have a little wallet case. That's all right. Come on, Bob.
Come
You're
on,
gonna
Bob.
you're gonna sneak peek.
Come on, Bob.
Look at that.
Come on.
Look at all these sneak peekers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that.
There's a camera right there.
See? Oh!
Kaj, giving us a salute.
We got a special guest Kaj on here. Yeah. So what was it saying?
What were you gonna drop?
Oh,
What'd you drop?
I mean, it's real. I got a lot of boring stuff, but let's see. Honestly, if I was like a character of myself, I just probably drop a lot of like joints.
Okay, question for you.
Like bone
I have a
joints, right?
secondary
Yeah,
thing.
bone joints.
Yeah.
I have a secondary thing for you. If you guys are trying to live no wallet lifestyle, do you just end up giving your shit to your girlfriends? Because that's what
No.
happened with like the people I hung
Nope.
out with. They would always be like, "Can you just hold my stuff?" Because
Nope.
I'd have the purse.
I don't put the burden on
Oh
them.
no, I take
Okay,
all the
good.
stuff.
That's all I was just like. Every time I hear, I don't want to have my wallet. I was just like, you guys
No,
have girlfriends.
No, if she's walking out
That's
with
what
like
happens.
these pants and she's holding up her phone and her keys, I'm like, just give it to me.
Yeah, that's
what
how
are
I
you
am
doing?
too. Because guys actually have pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we can
that's
actually
why
push
I'm
it in
like,
our
what
pockets.
are you doing?
Even sometimes, like, just give me the bag. You carry it on all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
I do the same thing. It's just not worth it. But
Oh,
but
that's
I
actually
think
really
that
nice. I was just like
The
judging.
opposite of
it's
what-
super heavy.
I was just judging because I've always been the person like just, I have a big bag. I like
and they're
having
just like
a big
giving
bag.
it to you.
And this wasn't exes. It's just like anybody around me who after a while is just like, can you hold my shit? It's just like-
I'm guilty of having done that once or twice when in
For the audience at
specific
home,
instances.
Lauren is being very nice and walking behind the camera, and I'm sure it's a good gesture that you did. Are you gonna be back later today? Are you gonna be back
Oh.
tomorrow?
Are
You
you
know
Is
when
this
she'll
a
be
goodbye?
back forever.
Well, I mean, I'll see you guys, but like, yeah.
Do you want to say goodbye on the podcast?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Let me turn it on.
We're gonna turn it on.
Oh,
Guys, it's getting real.
goodbye.
Oh, you're not on. Hold on.
I'm not on.
Okay, there you go.
Goodbye, everyone. Wait, but also I will come back. I'm going to invade the podcast at least one more time
Yeah.
before I leave.
Good. We'll have an
Do we all need to
official.
give you a hug? Are you leaving for good? Like, is that?
Guys, this is a real moment we have when we stayed late. We don't make things up. We have genuine moments. We don't stop the podcast.
Those are big.
Um,
I'm so
we have real
sorry.
interactions. No, it's okay. We're
No stopping the podcast. Woo.
Woo!
Okay.
Woo!
I love you all.
Lauren's the
I don't know if that's
best.
still on. Okay.
But you're gonna be back, right? Like at some point.
Oh, you are coming back. Okay, I didn't know if you were coming back. That's why I was like, are we saying goodbye forever?
I don't know. No.
some real drama happening here.
Not
We stayed
forever.
late.
On the podcast, you can delete
Okay,
all of it.
goodbye.
Goodbye. Sorry, everybody. We have we had a person
We got a
coming in.
real working office here
Yeah.
that we're doing this
Yeah.
in.
You think this is a set? You think we're fronting?
No,
No, people genuinely work here.
just not us.
Just not us.
We don't
I just sit here and go on Slack and watch TV.
and pet your mustache.
You do work too.
I do
You
work.
No, we do
You
work.
find everyone's things.
Yeah. Currently, I'm looking for music. That's a fun job.
That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, you should reach out to our. Never mind. We'll talk about
I
this
know.
later.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
thinking about doing that.
Okay. Okay. So there's. Oh yeah. Here it is. What
Oh
was
wait,
the
I'm
yeah.
sorry. Before we finish, Lord of the Rings fandom.
Oh
that you
yeah,
know-
that's right. Okay.
What's
fandom.
a fandom? Well, recently, it was Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it was Game of Thrones, and now it's the same thing with you with Harry Potter.
Yes, Harry
so
Potter's
we have those fandoms now.
One that I am
yeah.
currently missing out on. So I thought about this was Hamilton.
Oh yeah.
I am afraid to dip my toe in there
Hmm.
because I know that I will be part of the fandom community, and
It's super fun.
I
You should
can't-
join us.
I need to
Join
pace
us.
myself.
Join us. It's so good.
I just finished book 2, so let me finish the Harry Potter books, which I'll probably be a Harry Potter character next Halloween.
Yay!
I'll probably be some Ravenclaw because that's who I am.
Yay!
Yeah.
We should all
that's
just
so
do Harry Potter
exciting.
next year.
We should just come as Harry Potter people.
All, yeah,
Or
but not anybody
wizards.
specific.
Just
Like we can't be like Harry and like it needs to be like.
It's so easy for me to be Hermione though now.
I know
That's true.
it is, but we'd have to come as.
We'd have to find a
generic
Hufflepuff,
characters.
and we'd have to find a Slytherin.
I mean, Lauren's
I'm a Ra-
Hufflepuff. We'll bring her back.
Do
I
we know
guess.
any Slytherins?
Wait, are you?
I'm
a
Hufflepuff? You're
Ravenclaw.
you guys are both Ravenclaws,
Yeah.
and I'm a Gryffindor.
Do I know any?
So-
we need to bring
Slytherin?
Maud Garrett in here.
But
Oh,
she,
yeah.
but she would hate that. Because she claims Gryffindor
She
still.
she does claim Gryffindor.
Okay, I'm sorry. Back to the program.
No, I'm trying to remember what fandom. I don't. It was Game of Thrones for a while. What's another fandom that I don't subscribe to? I mean, I haven't really gotten into very much anime at all. I watch Pokemon, so
feel
That
like
was
that's a
about
big
the
community.
closest
I
I
almost-
got.
Anime community.
I could, in my head, for whatever reason, you said the Pokemon, even though I was like, he didn't say that, but
No, I did not say that.
did
I said
not say
Pokemon.
the Pokemon, but I was
I
just
did
like,
not say the Pokemon, and I did not say What is it? Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Like,
Poke.
people
Poke.
don't know. Somebody else is coming in. Hello.
Hello.
Wow.
Guys, I'm telling you, this is a
back.
hustle
Hi,
bustle
Lacey.
place.
We-
I was just telling Lauren how I did not want to do this.
Aw.
Oh, it's okay.
It's okay. I can't think. I hadn't watched Steven Universe before you had told me to watch
and
that.
it's great.
I haven't watched True Detective. I don't know if that's a.
I don't think that's a fandom.
That's not a
thing.
fandom.
No, they're not making a Universal Studios
What
park
about
out
Walking
of True
Dead? You watch
Detective.
Walking Dead?
Nope. That's
There
one
you
I'm not
go.
part of.
I dropped out of Walking
Oh,
Dead after
yeah,
a
yeah.
couple seasons.
Yeah, I read the
watched
comics up until a point, and
the
then I was like,
first-
ooh, this is too
Mhm.
depressing. Never mind. And I stopped
Yeah.
It's very sad. Okay. Who was the first person you subscribed to on YouTube?
on YouTube.
Aaron asked.
Probably Rocket Jump
Oh yeah, Rocket
because
Jump
they
was
were doing a
cool.
lot of cool shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that's how you make that. Like, I think I was really into visual effects.
Yeah.
And so I liked seeing them implement all these visual effects into
Totally.
their videos. So yeah, easy peasy.
I don't know. I've been online for a long time, so I don't.
Who was like the first person on YouTube that you like gravitated towards? Like somebody a vlog or something.
I don't know. I used to watch like. Honestly, it was like on Vimeo. There were people who were doing like
Okay,
little
the
vlogs,
Vimeo, yeah.
and then it transitioned over. And I don't remember his name. It was just this dude who like would just do like vlogs, and I was just like, oh, this is different.
Do you guys remember when Vimeo and YouTube were like competitors?
Yeah, and I was on a Vimeo. I was on Vimeo side because I was like, oh, the quality's better.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like Vimeo too, but I think that the community aspect. The community aspect didn't really make it
Right.
thrive, because that was like when HD, DVD, and Blu-ray
Yeah.
Yeah.
were competing,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just like it went to Blu-ray. I don't know why. Do we know why that happened?
No, I
No?
don't.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going? We got
We're
it.
recording during our lunch because. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
we got. This is.
You
Yeah,
wanna
we
this
can
be on
pause.
it?
This is.
No, they're doing massages.
Oh yeah.
What?
Guys, what a day! What a great
Wait,
time
what?
to work.
Really?
Not only are there hustle and bustle and happen, they're offering
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
massages to us.
Okay.
This is a great community we have here.
Thanks, Jeffrey. Bye, Jeffrey.
What a busy day.
Jeffrey should have
Wow.
gotten on camera.
I
He was also
know.
in costume.
He didn't want.
He was playing Kirk.
Yeah.
He does look like a Kirk.
He does look like Kirk. It was
He
a very
fits the
accurate Kirk.
Star Trek world,
Yeah.
which I'm not. I'm not
Oh
into
yeah.
that.
I haven't really watched very much Star Trek.
Yeah.
I watched a few. It's pretty good.
I've only seen
so
the
much.
I've only
I
seen the
know.
new movies.
I don't even know where to start.
I started from scratch. And
You saw it from the first Star Trek
I
movie?
no. From I watched the Abrams movies, which I adored,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Abrams
and
movies
I
are
was
really
like, okay, it's on Hulu. Let me just start from the beginning. And I think it was the first or the second episode really freaked me out. And it was a really heady topic. It was good though, but the concept of it really it was just like, oh God, I have to stop and think about this for a
Is
couple
this the
days.
William Shatner one?
Yeah. There was
Wow.
so like it was like episode 2 or 3,
Wow.
and there was essentially they found an abandoned ship in space, middle of nowhere, and there was only one survivor on it. And of course, these things always go well.
Yeah.
And it was a kid. He was like a teenager, and he had never been socialized. He just was raised alone on this ship. And so they brought him on board, and they're like, okay, we're gonna like take care of you because it's just a kid.
Right.
And they're trying to figure out the stress signals and stuff. Like they're trying to like go through all this stuff.
This
in
sounds
on
like the beginning of
meantime.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
But like
Curse
this,
of the Black
but
Pearl.
this kid, like it's a weird mix because he's genuinely excited to be around people and to like learn, but he has like
somebody's
zero
knocking.
social skills.
Who is it this time? Do you
Who's
think?
it this time?
Maybe
You wanna let him
Elise.
Maybe.
Oh.
It might be Elise. Let's see
No,
who's
Elise
behind the
has a good
door.
key.
This is an exciting day.
What an exciting! It's a mystery.
No, I'm
No,
good.
we're okay.
Who is it? Who is it? A WeWork person?
Oh, I think it's somebody from the other office. Just asking if we want to do massages.
Wow. We need multiple cameras here.
I like
know.
that no one listens to the sign.
I know, right?
No one has. You made a conscious effort to put
Okay,
that sign out
but
there.
Here's the thing. I didn't just make a conscious effort to put the sign on the door. I made a conscious effort to put the sign right near the handle. Because if you put it on the middle of the door, people are like, they aren't gonna see it. Like,
but
they're just not gonna-
if I'm putting my hand down,
yeah,
I have
you know
to.
where I should have put it?
Where?
I should have put it on the sensor.
Yeah.
Like over the censor.
That's it.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
live and you learn. See,
live
these
and
are
you
the
learn.
things you learn when you do a podcast on your lunch, because you don't want to have to stay after because it's Halloween.
Yeah.
It's Halloween, and we don't want to have to stay after. We don't have to stay late, so
Yeah.
we're recording in the middle of the day.
We're
Okay,
staying
so
right.
short-
Okay.
Yeah,
so
I'm
to
staying
make-
okay.
Yeah.
So to make the episode summary shorter, this kid has like godlike powers, like literal godlike powers. He could change. He could transform people, stop time, manipulate everything. Everything. And now imagine no social skills, teenage boy, god powers, like on a spaceship and like interacting with like women for the first time
Oh,
and
no.
like just like everything. And Kirk and the crew are trying to like handle this kid because they're like, we get he just doesn't know,
Right.
but they're also like he's dangerous as fuck, and like he got obsessed with one of the other crewmates who's definitely like way above, like it was just like the first girl, like it was like a who talked to him was just like, and nice because like it's a kid.
Yeah.
She's just like, hey buddy, like trying to like be nice. He becomes obsessed with her, and she's just like and trying to teach him like this isn't appropriate behavior, you know, like actually
Right.
just trying to teach him like consent. Like this was like pretty, I don't know, I guess
Yeah.
progressive for what it is. They tried to introduce him to other teenagers on the ship. He turns them into lizards. Like he's
That
just
doesn't seem like a very nice thing to
no.
do.
And then the end of the episode, because essentially he's just like attempting to like control everybody.
Yeah.
And it's just like if no one listens to me, and then they're just like, what do we do?
So do they kill him?
No, the reason he has godlike powers is because when he was abandoned on the other ship, essentially an interdimensional alien race who are essentially gods were like, well, we don't want this kid because he's a kid. They're like, we don't
Yeah.
want him to die. So the reason he survived is because these godlike creatures gave him powers and like kind of took care of him. And so those creatures just essentially came and took him. They're like, he can't be around other humans because he will kill you all.
Damn.
And they're aware.
Shit.
They're like, we can't. They're like, he can't be around people. Like,
So they put him back.
So they took him away. And the end of the episode is this kid screaming, like, please don't let them take me away. I don't want to be alone. Please don't let them take me away. And they just take him
Shit.
away. And the rest of the crew's just like,
Yeah, we gotta let him.
nothing we can do. Like there's, yeah. And that's the episode. And I'm just like, I don't know.
Damn.
So I just kind of, I was like, well,
That makes me want to watch Star Trek.
it was good. I just haven't gone back to it because that just affected me so. Because I could see why. Like he literally was a dangerous thing, but he was also a kid
Right.
who
You just wanted to be around people.
who just wanted to be around people and never been around people before, and it's just like he doesn't know what to do, and
Yeah,
doesn't know how to
crazy.
deal with rejection or like the word no or anything
Right.
because he just never knew. And just like, and like just the
Weird.
fact that the crew was just like, we don't,
Yeah.
because also like it's gods, literal like space gods, like how you can't. There wasn't, they couldn't do anything even if they wanted to.
Nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds cool. That sounds like a show I would like.
Yeah.
It-
So-
and this is episode I think 2 or 3, and it's in this. It's like the 60s.
Of which one?
The original series with like the old Kirk and everything. You're
Oh,
just
wow.
like, what is
First one?
going
Yeah.
on?
That's crazy.
I watched one episode of Next Gen with
Patrick Stewart.
yes, and it was quite good too. It was another one of those heady, like he essentially experienced a whole lifetime in like 30 minutes.
That sounds like that Rick and Morty episode.
This sounds amazing.
Kind of, yeah. Like it was essentially it was another thing. Like there was a dying planet, and they encountered a machine from this dying planet, and when Picard touched it, like he passed out. But when he passed out, he essentially lived the lifetime of the planet. It was
What?
pretty cool.
That's crazy.
was
I
great.
kind of want to start watching, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid to dive into this stuff because
they
there's
did
hundreds
it-
of episodes.
Yeah, and they did it, and the reason the way they did that, it was just like we just want someone to remember us.
Oh, weird.
You're like, okay.
That's crazy.
That's
That's
why
nuts.
I think that's why like old Trek many Trek fans don't like the Abrams stuff because the Abrams stuff is very much an action movie.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
It's just kind of
nothing
normal.
heady about it.
No, it's not really heady at all.
Yeah, but all the old
I mean,
stuff
there's
is
some
heady.
stuff here and there, but yeah, but it's not really. It's mostly just
Especially in a
another
time when
action movie.
everything is very action based.
Yeah.
It's like maybe the Star Trek fans felt like there's an opportunity for some cool science heady stuff.
Yeah.
And then it was like,
But I
no.
feel like that also limits the audience. You know, like I would love that. You
Yeah.
would love that, but
But
I
you
don't-
know, at the end, it's like that's what it is.
right.
You know what I
That's
mean?
what Star
I
Trek
love
is.
heady stuff, but it's like I have to
You know what you need to do?
Prepared
This is
for
what
it.
you
When
do.
I watched
Yeah.
that episode, I was not prepared for it, so that's why I haven't gone back because I was just like, I think about that still.
This is
Yeah.
how you make another Star Trek movie. you get Christopher Nolan to do it
Oh
because
shit!
they will let him make anything.
yeah,
and
he can do it super heady.
And he could do it super heady. And it's
Ugh.
like, oh, Christopher Nolan, he makes us a lot of money. Do whatever you want. You know what I mean?
I would be so down for a Christopher
I'd
Nolan
watch
Star Trek movie.
a Nolan
At
Star Trek.
Christopher Nolan, your next movie, Star Trek.
We're calling you out, Chris. We know you're watching.
He might not
I
want
saw
to,
you.
though.
I saw Christopher Nolan.
We'll make him.
I can just go find him. I just have to hang out in front of UCB on Franklin.
And I'll
for
put
like
this
another-
burger right in front of his face, this smelly, sour burger. I'm not leaving until you make
can't
Star
believe-
Trek.
How are you still
I
eating
can't
those?
believe you're eating them.
I'm going to have to eat all of them.
Oh God.
No, you don't. You could throw them out.
I can't.
We live in a modern
These-
society where
these-
you can get
these
rid of that.
patties went through a lot.
I
That's why you
know,
shouldn't
that's
be
why
eating
you
them.
shouldn't be- yeah.
He's
They're
display.
not even falling out of the
No.
bun.
Have you guys have seen that thing, right, where they leave a burger for like,
Yeah.
And it doesn't rot.
yeah, it
and just
doesn't do
stays there.
anything. It's weird.
It's just salt. This is a lot of salt.
I guess so, yeah, because it's preservatives.
Yeah.
Okay, so what on on topic of Halloween, what's your favorite costume you've ever done? Like since you were a child.
I mean,
I feel like that hasn't happened for me yet.
You haven't had a costume that you've loved?
I have costumes that I've loved, but my favorite one, I feel like it's yet to happen because I have ideas all the time and I just never execute them.
Okay, what's your favorite one so far?
okay, I got a lot of feelings about
Okay.
this. So as a kid, Peter Pan was like awesome because I
Yeah.
love Peter Pan. And then Power Rangers, duh.
Yeah.
So that felt amazing when I was a Power Ranger. Right now,
I like that when we were kids, we truly believed that we were what
I had Power
we
Rangers
dressed- yeah.
everything. I had it on my
I did too.
sheets, my pillows, my lunchbox, my curtains.
I took a karate class from.
I did too. And I walked
Yeah.
in there and I was like, yeah, yeah. And people were like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm making the noises that the Power Ranger guys do. and I never went back to that karate. I went somewhere else. So that was that. And then one year I wanted to make like, okay, I'm going to make a Transformers out of boxes. I'm going to
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
transform.
yeah. Uh-huh.
And this is before all the videos came out with people
How to
actually
do
doing
that?
it.
Yeah.
That didn't work out too well, so I didn't do that. So I would say right now is probably my happiest I've ever been with a costume. 'Cause
Yeah,
that was Luigi.
That's a pretty
This
good.
is pretty good.
That's
Like,
a
I feel
pretty good
happy.
costume. And you also love that like
Bobs.
property.
Yeah, exactly.
So that helps.
It's good. I feel happy. I'm going to eat another burger.
I was gonna say I think Deadshot is probably the
That was pretty
is probably
amazing.
like
Yeah,
the
that was a
most
pretty
like
great one.
it is like the most work I've ever put into it, and I didn't even do all that. We had help doing it because I couldn't do the mask. We had somebody else do the mask because it
It
was
looks
like
great.
fucking crazy. But
I definitely want to spend a year
But-
working on a costume.
yeah, that was basically what that was. I mean, Hannah sculpted the mask by hand, and then somebody else got us the sewed the because it had to have like a faceplate that went into it in order for it to keep its shape. So she sculpted that and then used Warbler, which is kind of this plastic material, like thick plastic, or not thick, but like
Plastic material you
rigid.
can mold.
It's like rigid material that you can mold. Yeah, so you basically you take that, you put it over the thing you want to mold. You take a heat gun and you heat it up, and then you press it over, and you push the plastic into like all the cracks, and then it takes the shape of whatever's below it. It's pretty fucking cool. It's almost like a vacuum
Right.
form machine. It kind of works like in that. It looks similar to that when it happens, but it's not nearly as efficient because you have to like take the thing and heat it up and then press it down and do it by hand. And then our friend Alex sewed the entire mask from scratch, which was crazy.
Holy
And then
shit.
we painted all of the armor, and I got a huge Nerf gun and paid the gun. So it was probably like a 6-month endeavor from the beginning to end. So that's probably the most I've worked on a costume. I don't know if I think it's my, I mean, I want to say it's my favorite because of that,
Yeah.
but I'll have to think about if that's like actually my favorite.
Like in your heart. your
Yeah,
favorite.
because it wasn't really like I'm not like a massive Deadshot fan.
Right.
It just was a cool costume that was timely, and Hannah was going as Harley, so I was like, who am I gonna go as from
From the
Suicide
cast,
Squad?
And you're like, okay.
Yeah, I was like, who could I play, and who could I actually like realistically make a costume from?
Right, because Hannah looked great.
She looked great as
Yeah.
Harley.
So you don't want to come in as like.
I don't
you
want to
know-
ruin it.
Yeah.
I don't want to fuck it up. It's on me.
I've definitely
I'm-
like downgraded
yeah.
some costumes just because of my presence. Like, oh wow, look at all the. Oh, he's just.
Yeah, he's not.
he's
He
not
doesn't.
very good.
Like if you buy one of those costumes from like Party City.
Yeah,
Those
are the
worst.
You could make those work if you really like. You have to like.
Yeah, but they're like
All your
so
accessories have
they're
to
so gross.
kinda-
Your accessories have to be really good. That's the
Yeah.
key. And you also have to replace those pieces like whenever they do leather or they do buckles or anything,
Yeah.
those all have to be replaced for them to be
My
good.
my Hogwarts costume is one of those like Wanda Witch costumes from those places. But the thing is, it's like, because it's just a dress. But I mean, you get a nice wand, you fluff up the hair, you wear like stockings or leggings and stuff, so it's not like
Yeah.
crazy. Like you could make those work.
If I got a Hogwarts cloak, I'm just gonna go to Universal Studios. I'm gonna buy it
They're
there.
too expensive.
I'm gonna buy it there.
I have my
$100? Was it 150?
Well, I have
I'll
my
buy it.
Ravenclaw scarf from there, from the one in Orlando, and that was like a $50 scarf, which
Yeah.
isn't $50.
That's so
should not be a
expensive.
scarf. But I paid for it because that was the one thing. Like, if you wanted the whole uniform, I think it was like $200.
I can see that.
Yeah, when you go in those shops, everything's like $1,000.
Yeah,
because
it's like you can't get it.
You can't get it anywhere else.
Although there is a wizard shop in LA that I haven't gone to. I forget what it's called, but it has a Harry Potter-esque name. It's not like Nocturne Alley, but it has one of those.
Mary
And I forget what
Lauder.
it's called, but they supposedly sell a bunch of Potter merch
Hmm.
and
was-
Lord of the Rings and everything. That's like
I was just looking for a costume I saw on Twitter. It was a Hermione Granger costume, but the name was like
is it Wanda Witch?
no, it was like her I can't remember. It's her main grinder, and it was from Chogwarts. Like it was like your favorite witch at Chogwarts.
Oh my
And I
God.
was like,
That's
holy
great.
shit!
I
That's
love it.
like the
I love
most
it.
ripoff I've ever seen. But it was clearly a Harry Potter costume. But it was just like why would you choose like Hermione grinder from Chogwarts? Those
Because that's hilarious sounding. That was completely intentional.
I thought it had something to do with the weed.
yeah, I mean it could.
Right? Grinder? Or a porn, yeah.
Yeah, no, I hope not.
I have like two Sailor Moon. I have a Sailor Moon and a Sailor Venus costume that but they're also bought. But
yeah.
I enjoy those. That was a good year. I don't know. Tracer last year was great, but I didn't have to make that. So
Yeah,
that was
you
fun.
didn't
But
make
no
that,
one
yeah.
knew who I was. Everyone thought it was like Amelia Earhart or something
Oh, because the glasses.
because of the glasses and
Yeah.
the bomber jacket.
Yep.
But yeah,
But that was Whitney's costume.
Yeah, it was definitely. I was like, I'm so glad I didn't have to make that. She did such a good job.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was
was
so
great.
crazy that she did that.
It's just 'cause all the costumes that I would love to be. Like, I would love to be Diva, and
Yeah.
not just buy like the one bodysuit thing. Like, that would be dope to actually build the suit or Symmetra. Same thing.
Like the whole robot.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
not
that'd
the
be so
robot,
cool.
but just
No, it'd be so cool
I
if you
just
got
want
to
the suit.
make if you did like the robot in the way that they do like those dinosaurs. You know what I'm
See,
talking
that
about?
doesn't sound comfortable or
Ugh,
fun.
it's so cool. I know, but it'd
I
be
want to
so
be
cool.
comfortable and have a good time, and not just be like I'm stuck in this box thing.
There were guys at LA Comic Con, where we were this past weekend, that were just insane. Like, just massive costumes on stilts with like giant
It's
robot.
dope.
Like
It's really, really
somebody was
cool.
Reinhard, and it was just like massive, like just huge. And he wasn't a big guy, but he made his
he
face look,
made his
and then
face up.
he was on stilts that were like 2 feet tall, so he just looked huge. It was
See, the
nuts.
people who are doing that also like to get the attention and take pictures.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
people.
yeah,
Like,
that's
you're
what it
doing
is, yeah.
and for me, it's like I want to dress up in these elaborate costumes. I don't want to just be like, okay, I guess I'm gonna stand here and take pictures with strangers. I just want to be the character for the day because I'm a dork. Like,
Yeah.
I don't. So that's also why like whenever we go to cons and stuff, it's just like I could dress up, but I'm not going
Right.
to because I don't want to stop and take pictures.
Yeah,
with
and we
people.
usually only dress up one day because it's usually pretty uncomfortable. So it's like you go your one day, you do that, and then you go.
Then you're
the fun-
done.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
like
I think it'd be fun to be Spider-Man because I could be
Yeah.
like Peter.
there's a lot of Spider-Man.
I
Yeah.
imagine because I feel like I can like
Yeah,
act like
move.
Spider-Man. The
Uh-huh.
only thing I'm afraid of are the tight pants. Again, if you're listening to the podcast, I was afraid to play baseball because of the tight pants.
Yeah, but you just wear those dancer underwear
I
things,
know,
and
I
it'll
just
protect
don't-
you.
I might go as like before he gets the costume, Spider-Man.
We should just all dress up as Spider-Man. That way nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows which one.
Yeah, they won't be able to tell it all.
Nobody will ever know.
No one will ever know.
Here's the thing. We'll get the you and I
We'll
will get
do
the
a
same
We Say
costume.
Late live show. We'll all dress up as Spider-Man. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean they'll know who Star is.
Yeah,
so it'll
I'm
be
like,
between
That's not gonna.
it'll be between you and me. But we'll do that thing where we'll both go behind like a pillar, and then
Yeah.
we'll both come out as Spider-Man, and nobody will ever know which one's which.
Until you talk.
We'll both talk at the same time,
Yeah.
or we'll both move our mouths.
We'll
but
train
only
for a
one of
whole
us will-
year so that we have one voice that sounds the same.
Oh,
We'll train our
jeez.
voices to be the same.
No.
Hello.
Did you guys ever have any weird experiences trick-or-treating as a kid? Did
I
you guys
lost
ever-
my wallet once and someone mailed it back to me with all the money in it.
Are you
What?
serious?
Mhm.
What a good person.
Yeah. That's what happens when you trick or treat in the rich
Shit.
neighborhood because that's where they give out the whole candy bars.
Yeah, and then nobody wants the.
Mind you,
nobody
I was
cares.
like, I think it was like maybe I think it was high school, like freshman year high school or something. Because I was like, I'm gonna I wasn't allowed to trick or treat when I was a kid. Like it was
Damn.
just not a thing. My mom was just like, no, this is the devil's holiday. You don't do that.
Now it's your favorite holiday.
right? Yes, because
Whoa.
it's dressing up. But she was just like, no, like, cause she's from Caribbean, so it's like that's not. You don't do that. You don't fuck with the shit. And like getting
Boo
strangers
house.
giving your kid candy, like the whole concept of the holiday. If you're not from here, sounds like a nightmare like thing. They're like you're letting your kids dress around like devils and like evil shit. You're letting strangers talk to your kids and give them candy. Why would you want to give your kid a shit ton of candy? Like it's bad for them. So my mom was just not about it. She was okay with me dressing up like for school like that day, but it was never like a trick or treat thing at night. So which was I was like, but I want to go outside and go trick or treating because it seems so cool. So I only got to do it once I was like a teenager.
Right.
And luckily, I had nerd teenager friends who were like, hell yeah, let's go trick or treating. We're going to go to Coral Gables with the nice big houses.
Yep.
And they give out whole candy bars. And I was like, yes, let's do it. And I had a great time. I got whole candy bars, lost my wallet, and someone mailed it back to me. I was like, that's a good neighborhood.
So here's my why don't we have a phone number on our driver's license?
Because our phone numbers used to change a lot.
Yeah, but
Not
that-
anymore.
but not anymore. We should put phone numbers on our.
I
But
mean,
then they can just mail it to the license.
I mean, that's the whole point. Technically, if you find a license anywhere, if you're supposed to be able to put it in the mailbox and it gets.
But what about the
mailed back-
wallet?
The thing is, the money that was not in the wallet was, I think, just the money to mail the wallet because there was no return address either. So I couldn't even send a thank you note.
But I'm just thinking, like, why have we not implemented an easier way when people lose shit to like be able to get it back? It just seems like that would be an easy way. Like,
yeah.
put a phone number on there. Because that address might be out of. I mean, I guess your phone number might have changed, but I feel like you move more than you change your
I
phone
mean,
number.
you should update your license every time you move. You're supposed to
Every
do that
after
legally.
like 7 or 14 days, you have to get.
So that's on you.
But if you're living in California still,
I mean, you
there's
could
really no
always leave
incentive.
a note in your own wallet that says "if
That's
lost,
true.
return
That
to."
that's it. That is. We
that's-
solved the case.
Like you can just do that.
you just clap with your.
yeah.
Ew.
That was the gavel. I'm trying to like.
Everything on your mic. I'm never touching your mic ever
Oh,
or
it's filled
anything.
with
You
onions.
already didn't want to.
I marked it so that no one would touch it.
Okay, but
That's
it's
what
just
this
like,
yellow mark is. If people were
But
wondering.
like even like all of the stuff you're touching, it's just like it's all food. It's all food. It's just like oh god.
I'm marking this corner as mine.
You sure are.
Don't mind if I just slap this meat on the table.
No.
I'm trying to think about if I
That's
had
how we
weird.
get ants.
That's true.
If I had weird. I mean, there were times where. Oh, I remember. There was a house. That every time it was not in our neighborhood, but it was like in a neighborhood that a friend of mine lived in, and we would sometimes go to his house to trick or treat, and there was a house that always had a red light inside the house.
So they had a light room, like a photographer situation.
Yeah, so like that's what we thought, but it was on all the time, like at night, like every night.
Weed.
Don't know. Never figured it out. But it was. But as a kid, I remember it just was scary because we were like, "What is that?" And then it's weird because like then later in my life, as we were when I shot the feature that I shot in high school, we were driving back oftentimes at like 2 or 3 in the morning with a big group of people, and so we were all super tired, and we were driving by the house, and the light was still on. The red light was still on all those years later. We were like, what the fuck? Like, why is that light still on? Why do they still have a red light? There's probably
We
a
should take a
totally
trip.
They might just
innocuous
like.
reason.
They probably just like it being a red light.
We
That's
should
all.
take a trip and somehow get.
yeah,
in
we
there.
should see if they're. Just get a ladder and just go up and see what's in that
I'll
room.
smash that
Because if it
glass.
was
I don't
just a
care.
regular yellow light, you would have never noticed it.
Yeah, I guess so, but it's just like it was so weird that it was on at like 2 or 3 in the morning. every night that we drove by it. You know what I mean? Like coming back, it was on every night.
Oh, it just sounds like a light.
I want to go
No,
bust
that's
it in there.
That's weird.
I got my hammer
Right?
ready to go.
Wait, but is that not weird?
It
I
is
mean,
weird.
Would you sleep with a red light on in your bedroom?
Me personally, no, but I mean, I wouldn't not have a red light.
I wouldn't, but I can. People are different, you know.
People are
everyone's-
we- some
people are
people are
people are
weird.
strange. People
maybe
are
the
weird.
person was colorblind. He didn't know it was red. He just saw a light.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
But it's so much darker than a normal light. But I guess that's
He's like,
appealing.
ooh, this is a nice dim light.
Like you know that's bright red, right? Do
He's just like, oh, really? I don't know. I like this tone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you have any weird Halloween experiences?
I don't think I do. I think it was a fine dandy Halloween time. I went to a rich what's it called? Like gated community.
Yep.
Mhm.
Got my good candy there.
That's
happy,
it.
Happy ending.
Wow.
Boring.
Oh, I just realized. I'm
Wow.
So tempted,
Wow.
so
What?
tempted to pass by the witch house that's around
Oh
here.
yeah.
It's gonna be super crowded though.
Yeah, I'm sure. There's a witch house. I think we've talked about it before.
Yeah,
but there's a witch
the
house.
Spalina house.
Yeah.
That's really close by to here, and I
Yeah.
love it. It's great. It literally looks like an old timey witch house in the middle of Beverly
It
Hills.
was. Did we talk about this already? That it was built. I don't know if we talked about this on here.
I don't know.
Uh,
It was built for
as a
like a
set.
studio makeup set. Not even a set. Like it was just built on the lot.
Yeah.
And then they didn't want to destroy it, and it moved to this property. Now this guy just owns it, and he redecorated it and essentially remodeled it from scratch.
So crazy.
And it looks like an old timey, like think Disney witch house. That's just on the corner in this really nice
I
neighborhood.
didn't know it was here, and I was driving to work,
Yeah.
and I
It
saw. I was
always
like,
catches
Whoa,
you off
what is
guard.
that?
You're
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
It just
What
feels
is this
out of
house?
place.
I love
There's
it.
signs that say, "Please don't disturb the garden. It's the witch's garden." Like things like they make
be
it
cursed.
look like creepy, and it's just this old real
Oh.
estate agent who owns it, and he really is happy about it. And apparently, on Halloween, there's trick or treaters all up in that area because that's you're getting the real full bars
Yeah.
of candy, because it's Beverly Hills
Oh, yeah.
and it's mansions.
Yeah.
That's the only time like you really could like be in like the garden area, so kids will come up and trick or treat.
Damn, I kind of want to do
And
that.
I
like,
know,
he,
it's pretty
and I kind
cool.
of want to see it, but I've heard it's a crowd. It's a
Yeah.
lot.
I wish there was like a suburb, like a gated community with just fantastical houses.
So
You know what I
there,
mean? Like
so
a
I
Hobbit
was
house,
driving,
a witch house.
I was driving down the freeway one day, and I looked off to my right, and I saw just this like weird cul-de-sac of like colorful old houses, and it was in the middle of nowhere. And I was like, "What is happening?" It wasn't in the middle of nowhere, but it was in the middle. Wasn't like in a neighborhood.
Mhm.
It was just like these like 5 weird houses. Turns out it was a museum of like old houses that they saved I think it's called Heritage Square.
Isn't that where you're getting married?
No, we were gonna get married there, but then it wasn't really set up very well for that. It was fine. It was just that like the walkway was gravel, and we were like, I don't really want to walk down a gravel walkway.
Yeah, I know.
So, but it's a really cool like the house. Look, you can look it up. It's called Heritage Square Museum, and the houses are so cool. There's one that's just like super colorful and beautiful, and then they have like old churches and all sorts of stuff. But they just picked them up and moved them there. It was so random, just driving down the street and just
that's
seeing
just
like
neat.
weird houses. I know, I like it. Okay, I don't know if we've answered this. I don't think we have. You take a sip of magic. What's happening over there?
He spills food, and he's trying to be slick about it, and then failed because he would have gotten away with it. I saw it on the side, and I was like, I'm not going to acknowledge that. But then he kept looking at it and kept calling attention. So I was like, okay,
Jesus.
don't choke.
Louisa's bright red.
Okay. What's the question?
Okay, you take a sip of magical potion that turns you into an insect of your choosing.
Boo, I hate this
You will
question.
remain the same size as you are. What do you turn
Roly
into?
poly. Done. Next question.
I don't like this question at all. 'Cause
I
don't-
love this question.
I don't like bugs. I don't want to turn into any bug.
What kind of little fetus bug?
I don't want to. I don't want to be a human-sized bug. That also sounds way worse too. I'm not about this.
I like it. There's so many things I would
Like,
want.
what
I
if
would
you
definitely
live-
want to be a
You know what?
flying.
I'll turn
insect.
into a butterfly so I could die in 10 days and be done.
Oh my god.
Jesus, you turn to a housefly then and be done in 3.
Nah, they're grosser though.
That's
At least I
true.
could get some pretty wings out of the deal and be like, I'm here for 10 days. I'm this giant creepy bug.
I know. I think a butterfly or a moth would be really cool and just be Mothman. But I don't know. There's like so many cool. Like you could be a wasp.
Yeah, you could
That'd
kill
be
some people.
fucking cool. Like just a
I don't
giant.
go, fuck, I'm stabbing everybody.
Yeah, and you're not even a bee, so when you do it, you don't die. That's pretty cool.
See, if you were flying, I could be really pulley, like pick me up, and you fly me, and we go on adventures, and you drop me off, and I'm rolling down like a bunch of pins.
We would be such a good like Avengers team.
Yeah. I'm coming. Woo!
The wasp and roly poly.
Yeah. They already have the wasp. All we need is roly poly.
It's a new character. Who is this roly poly?
Roly poly.
Who is roly poly? Yeah, I think I would want to be a wasp. I think that would be awesome. Or like one of those.
And you have a cool layer,
Yeah.
like those like little nests.
Yeah, it'd have it'd be like a hive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Or like one of those just a weird looking bug, like a June bug.
Yeah.
You know, like those big green ones. You know, they're just massive.
June bugs are stupid though.
What about one of those?
Yeah, that's true.
They just
I
like
would
fall
not-
on their back and then like
Beetles are bugs, right?
Yeah.
I'll be like one of those little horned beetle things.
Oh,
Yeah,
that'd be
that's-
cool.
yeah.
Like a
One of the ones you
like a
catch in-
Hercules
in-
beetle.
Yeah, the ones you catch in Animal Crossing with the thing with the big old horns.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
rhinoceros.
I feel
beetle,
like I
or a
learned about
Hercules
bugs.
beetle.
I feel like I learned about bugs in that game and then I completely forgot.
You'd be like the Force. You'd be like boom, boom.
Yeah,
You'd be
yeah.
like the muscle.
You'd
of
be the
group.
tank.
I'd be the zoomer.
I just lay on my back and die. I
Oh
don't want to be a bug.
God.
Just don't want to be a bug at all. I
Did you
feel like
guys-
that would just be a crisis and I'd be like, I can't.
Did you guys collect bugs as kids?
No. They're
No?
gross. No.
I wanted to have an ant farm and source fed, but I never got around it.
I
A
had
little
an ant farm for a little bit. Do you ever have one?
I wanted one. I still do.
But you've never had one?
No.
It was cool. It was not as it was okay. So I had the same feeling about the ant farm
Okay.
as I did about sea monkeys.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Are they not cool, or they get boring? Do they just float
They're
and die?
they're cool for like 10 minutes, and then you're like, oh, they're just. I mean, ants. To be fair, ants are more interesting because you can watch like their patterns.
Yeah.
But after a while, they just do the same shit over and over. You know what I
It'd
mean?
be like a nice wallpaper here. Like we could have ants.
Yeah,
No, I'm okay.
I don't know. I'd be more interested.
What if you went
okay,
to a room and it was just ants?
ants? See, that'd be
That is
cool.
genuinely wallpaper.
Okay, I'll
Out.
tell you what the more.
Out.
I'll
No.
tell you what the more exciting one
Welcome,
was.
my date, to my bedroom full of ants. Star's like, no.
You'd be you as a roly poly would bring them to your underground lair, and it would just be full of ants.
Yeah.
That's pretty
I've
good.
enslaved another
So-
species.
My favorite was because I loved bugs, collecting bugs as a kid, and I loved collecting snakes, and like anything, any sort of animal that I could collect into one of those little. We had those little like wooden things with a mesh net on it, and then it had a
Yeah.
little door.
So
and
you were
put
like
it
just like
inside.
the bug monster person. Like they'd have legends of like you don't want to be collected
Yeah.
by the.
No, but I'd only keep them for like a day and then let them go.
But even then, that's still like you don't want to get. Can you
Yeah.
imagine like if there was like a creature that was bigger than us? That was every once in a while, it's like I just like keeping people. Just like put them in a little jar and look at them for a little while.
I
and then let
gave them
go.
food.
Yeah.
I loved them.
probably have a
I
story to
told
tell
them
all their
to-
friends.
But could you imagine like
would
just
be
one day you're
terrifying.
just like plopped up and put in like a giant jar
Probably
like-
made some new friends.
with some hamburgers and you're just like I get like what is happening?
That I would like that. That would be interesting
You
to
hope
me.
that they put air holes on the top.
Have I said this? Like, I have a snail problem at my house, at my apartment complex. Have I talked
No.
about this?
Huh?
It's not a problem. I'm just concerned for their lives.
Because there's so many.
There's so many, and when it gets wet, all the snails come out,
Yeah.
and they get in the pathway.
Oh
Man,
no!
Unfortunately,
Smash.
people squish them. So
Oh.
I find it my duty to just
Move them. Yeah.
and I just move them, and I put them to like little rocky areas so that they can like soak up the water on the rock or whatever.
I'm gonna be honest. I fucking love snails.
I pick them up.
I
I
just
spend a
dodge 'em.
day looking at huge ass snails. Have you seen them? There's videos of this big
Okay,
as
if
pets.
it was culturally appropriate, I would keep a snail as a pet. If it was smarter, it would have to be smarter too. But if like snails were as smart as dogs, it would
Forget
be
about
the. I mean, again, like there's so many downsides because like they have mucus that they let go behind them and stuff. So that would be kind of hard. So you'd have to have a backyard that they could stay in. where they wouldn't do that like into your house. But man, they're so cute. They got the big old eyes and like, they're the best. I love snails so much.
They're all right. I'm snail neutral. I don't touch them. They don't touch me. I try not to squish them, but I'm not gonna sit up there and move them. It's like you're there.
I
I'm
always
here.
move snails when I see
Yeah.
them.
I just go, oh, okay, and then I don't step on it, and I move on my way. And I was like, you'll figure it out.
Okay, so the best thing that I got as a kid for bugs was this kit. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the kit.
I already love this.
Okay, so you get this kit,
Uh-huh.
and it comes in the mail, and it has a like habitat
Okay.
that's like a square. I remember it as being giant. It was not that. I was just tiny.
Yeah.
But it was like a square. It was like a cube, sorry, because it was 3D. And it had a bunch of holes in it. It had an area where you could put sugar water and like, I don't know, it was this kind of thing. And then you got also in the mail these caterpillars.
You can just mail caterpillars?
Apparently,
You could mail caterpillars. You could get ladybugs in the mail. I've known people who
fireflies you can get in the mail.
Yeah,
Oh, fireflies are fucking awesome.
because
I know.
it's like gardening.
You know, they don't
bugs.
emit any heat, apparently, from what I understand. I read it from a book. I don't know.
What
if
are
they
that's
how do
true.
they? Yeah,
I don't know if
It's
that's
just
true.
bioluminescent, like
that's cool.
I read
like,
somewhere.
that's
I was
awesome.
like, yeah. Anyway.
But okay, so you get these little caterpillars, and then you release them into the thing,
Uh-huh.
and you make sure they're taken care of. You make sure you have leaves that they want, like their food that they want, and then over the course of the next like couple of, it might be weeks or months, I don't know, I don't remember. I was too young, but you like take care of them. They grow bigger, and then one day you come back and they're all cocooned, and you're like, my caterpillar friends, where'd they go? They're all
Uh-huh.
cocooned. They're all just wrapped up, and then they stay like that for a while, and you're like, okay, I guess I have no friends anymore. I guess they're just gone forever. And then the day comes, and they all emerge from their cocoons as beautiful butterflies that are now flying around in your habitat. And then you get to take them out and open up the door, and then you just have these butterflies that you've raised since they were little
Whoa.
larvae caterpillars that
that's
just
neat.
out into the
That's neat.
beautiful.
I remember. I
it's
remember
the
the first time I
best.
realized that
or they all die.
butterflies-
That's the other option. Yeah.
That butterflies still look like bugs when you actually see them up close.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, oh no, I don't think I like butterflies.
Dragonflies are so fucking cool. Their faces are so cool. You guys ever seen a dragonfly up close?
Not
Yes.
up close. I just see them really long, and it kind of scares me.
Yeah, no, you gotta because
And they move real fast.
There used to be tons of dragonflies where I used to go swimming behind my house, like at the pool behind my house, and they would used to be so many that you could put your hand out and they would like land on you sometimes, and holy shit, they're so cool looking. They're just like I don't know. I love bugs. So
I
that's part
love.
of it.
So I went on my birthday to this cabin, like whatever, in the woods, and we found this little praying mantis, this little tiny baby thing, like maybe an inch big. Put him on our finger, and he
Yeah.
was just doing this little dance, this
rocking back and forth.
rocking back and
Yeah.
forth, up and down, back and forth, and he was the cute, and we were like having a ball with this guy. Put him from finger to finger, and he was like saying hello to us, and just it was.
He was probably just trying to threaten you, like, please leave me alone.
I don't know. He kind of looked like he was liking us the way he was moving back and forth.
I think that was
It
probably
was a very spiritual experience. I don't know how to put it into words.
were you smoking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's why.
It was still very beautiful.
Yeah.
I will say, like a couple weeks ago, I did save a praying mantis from my car windshield. It was I was driving home and halfway through noticed it was a praying mantis on my like windshield.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, buddy, hope you stay there because I'm like driving. And then once I parked, I was like, well, I don't want him to stay there. It's night, so it's cool now, but it's a black car. If he stayed there, he's not going to make it during the next day. So I went and found a stick and like did the whole.
You didn't just pick them up?
No, because it's a bug and it's gross.
Praying mantises are like the
No.
least
No, thank you. I went and found a stick.
buggy bug.
And then I got him to finally go on the stick, and he was not. He was just not pleased. I don't know where he came from because he definitely wasn't near his home anymore. And I took him. And then,
No,
like,
he wasn't.
And then like just kind of took him and ran with the stick, him on the stick, and threw the whole thing into a bush, and was just like, "There we go." And then I saw him, and he climbed on the bush, and I was just like, "Cool, I did my duty." don't go in my car anymore. I walked away. I was like, if you're outside, I understand. Bugs, that's your land.
It's their land.
Yeah, but if you're inside my house, you die.
Let me see if I can find it. I walked to my car, and there was a big old branch in the middle of the road. This was probably like a month ago. There's a big old branch in the middle of the road. And I was like, I don't want any cars to like run over that and it to flip up and like hit the side of their car or whatever. So I went over to grab it. And as I pulled it off, I noticed there was a little praying mantis sitting on the branch. I was like, oh man, he would have died.
Yeah.
And so like I put my hand down and picked it up, and it like stayed on my hand.
Was it dancing?
It wasn't dancing. It was just sitting there looking at me. And I got in my car and was like, okay, you need to go. And it like didn't want to get off of my hand. And so I finally just like put it on the roof of my, like I put it up to the roof of my car and it climbed on the roof. And then I turned on the car and it just thought fly away. And I was like, that was so cool. Saved a praying mantis'
Adorable
life.
little creatures.
They're amazing. They're my favorite.
They're all right.
Oh, I told you about love bugs.
To die, but
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Love bugs?
Uh-huh.
They say attached.
Uh-huh.
It's mostly found like in the south, but
Yeah.
they just like
There's two of them just attached together.
love bugs equal
Yeah.
card
But
destroyers.
okay, but
that's also true.
remember the reason why they stay attached?
Because
they love?
Can't.
No.
We
They
can't
love each
separate.
other and they don't want to leave each other's side. 'cause
Remember
they-
the male dies?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
So the female's just dragging the dead body of the male around?
Yeah. That's a lot of the men die in Bugland. It's kind of yeah.
So they do the thing, and then the man dies, and then the female's just stuck with this dead bug.
There's that Planet Earth episode where the bees rise and fight and kill each other just to mate, and then it's over when all the men are dead, and then the praying mantis eats the man.
I'm trying to find
They
if
know
I
what's
have a
up.
picture of the bug, but I think it was too dark.
So I think it was in kindergarten, maybe it was second grade, I can't remember, but I loved snakes too, and so I would catch those little red racers, little red racers.
Yeah.
So I would catch those, and like the alligator lizards too. Those are my favorite. So I would I caught a red racer. I had it in one of those plastic containers that has the flip top, that has like the top that opens. It's like a clear acrylic top, and
Yes.
you open it up and then you close. So I put it in there, and I brought it to show and tell at my school.
Oh, no one liked it, did they?
Well, not only did was everybody like, oh cool, it's a snake, but like I loved snakes,
Yeah.
so I was fine with it. But my mom hated snakes, like just hated snakes more than anything. It was like her biggest fear, and so I took it to show and tell against her wishes, and and then everything was fine. Brought it back, got back home, looked inside the case, and the snake was gone. It was gone. I don't know where it went. It escaped in the car somewhere.
Okay.
We sold that car so fast. That car was gone like a week.
So I have a semi-story that's not my story. It's somebody else's story. I used to work for a company that would bring snakes around.
I'm processing that whole thing and just going through just thinking of your mom just going, I can't have this car anymore.
I just imagine her going like,
Just going like, wait, the snake got lost in the car. Okay, well we can't just.
I just imagine her
this car
going
just needs to go. This car needs to not be
yeah.
here. I guess we can't. Can we burn this car?
Yeah, I was
Can
gonna
we
say,
burn
it's
this
just
car?
like,
no,
No.
that's not practical.
We'll sell
we
it.
just need to get rid of.
I
This
just imagine her
car
getting up in the middle of the
immediately.
night and just burning the car, like lighting the car on
My
fire and being
first
like,
thought is-
the insurance, I don't know what happened. It just erupted into flames overnight.
I could see her going. Do we have? Can we just burn? This should not.
Yeah.
This needs to
The
not
snake
exist.
comes out of the exhaust pipe into
Yeah.
the house. So
Good thing
I
we didn't lose the snake in the house.
Oh yeah, no, that would have been worse. We would have sold the house.
She
I,
just been we can't live here anymore. I just left.
so we carry like 6 boxes or 3 boxes of snakes. We
Okay.
bring like 6 snakes to like little kids, to libraries, all this stuff from corn snakes to California king snakes to all kinds of snakes, ball pythons. And one time, my friend who also worked with a snake company, this big albino Balmese python escaped, and this thing's 7 feet. 8 feet
poor
long, big.
baby.
I think maybe smaller, whatever. Anyway, it escaped and she didn't know where it was in her car at all. And so what happened was they had to, the guy who owns the snake shop, he's also a mechanic. So he started taking the car apart
Oh my god.
and found the snake wrapped up on the steering wheel next to the airbag and was hiding. And I think it was like super hot. So I was trying to find somewhere.
yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, they had to take the steering wheel apart and then take out this big old boy out of the steering wheel. But I was like, that's
He
fucking
would have
crazy.
died.
Yeah, he would have exactly. So, and I just recently moved my snake cage from my closet to like my bookshelf.
Uh-huh.
And a part of me, last night as I was sleeping, I was afraid that it would like fall, break, and then the snake would hide into my house, and I wouldn't know where it would be if that happened. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
you
I have a
need
lot
to-
of
Do you
need
guns.
have your
attachment.
bookshelf like reinforced just in case there's a earthquake?
You mean like no? I need to do that.
Yeah, you should do that first, so that because
And then you should attach that to the bookshelf. You should attach the
yeah you should
cage
yeah
to the
you
bookshelf
need
and the bookshelf
you
to
need
the
to
wall.
bolt your bookshelf to the wall.
Uh-huh.
That's why all the stuff at IKEA no one does it, but everyone
It all has-
should.
yeah.
I could just go to IKEA and get those.
Yeah, just bolt your bookcase to the wall, and then maybe add like little bungee straps to the ends of your
Look at
things
this,
to keep
guys.
it on there.
Brainstorming ideas.
I don't want you to lose your snake. Your snake's pretty rad. I like snakes. Snakes are cool. Reptiles, dope. Bugs, no.
I might
no.
sneak them in here one time.
Yeah, you should bring him out.
Please, yeah.
We have to study him for someone we're working.
Actually, yeah.
Really?
We'll tell you about it later.
There's
yeah.
a monster.
Little
Oh.
secret.
Oh, monsters.
There's a
Um,
monster.
Anyway, I have to go to a meeting.
Uh-oh.
Make
Oh,
it-
you have to
Our
go
lunch
back
is
to work.
over. My lunch is over. So I'm gonna say goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Up.
Ah.
Up.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Ah! Happy Halloween.
Spooky.
Is it?
I don't know. I think by then it'll be November 2nd or 3rd. But if you wait long enough,
If you
it'll
wait
be
long
Halloween
enough,
again.
It'll be Halloween again.
Yeah.
Oh, that's me. Sorry. All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.